The night the lights went out, the tiara in the basement, the disappearance of Emily Rose Carter. Emily Rose Carter was born in 2005 in San Antonio, Texas, the only child of a close-knit, religious and traditional middle-class American family. From a young age, she possessed an extraordinary artistic sensibility. She played the piano from the age of 5, competed in dance, and loved creating handmade tiaras with aluminum foil and glitter. Her mother said, "Emily always wanted to be a princess, not in the superficial sense, but in the sense of being special, unique, brilliant," and she was. Childhood, 2005-2017. Emily grew up during a period marked by strong social tensions in the United States, protests, political polarization, and a country in constant change. However, in her home, there was always music, light, and stability. At age 11, she began to show the first signs of anxiety about school, but nothing alarming. What did alarm her mother was one detail. Emily avoided being alone at the home of her Uncle Bob, her father's brother, a reserved and solitary man who collected antiques. No one paid any attention. They told her it was just a phase. The excitement of turning 15. In the United States, turning 15 doesn't usually involve a big party like in Latin America, but the Carter family was a cultural mix. The mother was of Mexican descent, so she insisted on a full quinceañera celebration. Emily was thrilled. She spent months choosing her metallic pink dress and a silver tiara that she bought at a vintage store in Austin. The tiara meant everything to her. She said it made her feel confident. The party, August 20th, 2020. The evening began with warm lighting, a local DJ, tables decorated with flowers, and a huge metal figure with the number 15. Emily danced with her father to the traditional song the family had chosen, "Stand By Me." Videos show Emily laughing, waving to her school friends, and hugging her mother with tears in her eyes. Up until 9:52 p.m. in that last video, Emily is seen telling someone, "Wait, I'll be right back." She then walks toward the side door of the community hall, which leads to the parking lot. She never returned. The disappearance. At 10:20 p.m., her mother realized the teenager was missing. At first, they thought she was taking pictures outside. Then they searched behind the building. No one saw her. Her tiara was there too, which everyone found odd because Emily never took it off. The police arrived at 11 p.m. and quickly treated the case as a suspicious disappearance. They found blurry images from an old security camera in the parking lot, a silver Ford Explorer leaving at 10:03 p.m. The owner of that truck, Bob Carter, the uncle. But he claimed he had left early because of a headache and denied seeing Emily. The initial investigation police interviewed a classmate who was obsessed with Emily, a neighbor who worked near the salon, and Uncle Bob, whose demeanor was described by detectives as too calm. Bob's house was filled with antiques, old cameras, boxes of photographs and tools. But there was no sign of Emily. For 2 years, the case went viral on social media, appeared on true crime podcasts, and became one of the most heartbreaking cases in the state. However, there was no body, no conclusive evidence, no confession. The case was officially closed in 2022. The family was devastated. The father succumbed to alcoholism, the mother launched a social media campaign, and the entire country felt the story was unfinished. They couldn't imagine what would happen 8 years later. The Tiara in the Darkness 2025 marked the resurgence of the Emily Carter case, but not because of a tip, but because of a legal accident. The Discovery 2025. Bob Carter, the uncle, was under investigation for tax evasion and illegally selling antiques. When federal agents entered his house for a detailed inventory, they found something strange in the basement. A recently added false wooden wall. The space behind it didn't appear on the original house plans. Tearing it down, they discovered a small, damp room almost untouched by time, as if no one had touched it in years. In the center of the room was an antique metal chest. Inside the chest, wrapped in yellowed plastic, was Emily's tiara. The same one she left on the table the night she disappeared. But that wasn't the only piece of evidence, gruesome evidence. In the room they found hairs matching Emily's, remnants of aged adhesive tape, a notebook with newspaper clippings about missing persons, photographs of Emily from age 10 taken without her knowledge, a small pink shoe with a burnt edge. Police arrested Bob immediately. The Carter family was in complete shock. The reconstructed truth. The FBI reinterpreted the timeline. 1. Bob had developed a morbid obsession with Emily since she was a child. 2. On the night of the party, he intercepted her as she left through the side door. 3. He asked her to help carry some boxes, using affection and familiarity. 4. Emily agreed. 5. She got into the truck. 6. She never arrived home. Emily was taken to the hidden basement and spent hours there. After that, there is only speculation. There was no full confession. Bob simply said, "She panicked. I didn't mean to. I didn't want to hurt her." He never revealed where her body is. A crack in the wall. During the inspection, agents discovered that part of the basement had a makeshift tunnel made with tools Bob had owned for years. The tunnel led to an alley behind the house, now sealed after a collapse. The discovery opened a new possibility. Did Emily manage to escape through the tunnel, or was it he who moved her body through it? The question remains open. National impact. The revelation shook the country. Child disappearance prevention programs were reactivated. Social media was flooded with her name as a symbol of unfinished justice. Emily's mother became a national activist, demanding new searches. The father died in 2025 without knowing the whole truth. The mother appears holding the recovered tiara in a recording studio. Her voice breaks as she says, "She wasn't a princess because of this tiara. She was a princess because she believed in light, even in the darkest times. And I know, my daughter is somewhere waiting to be found." The camera zooms out, leaving the tiara on a table as a phrase appears, "Emily Rose Carter case, under permanent investigation."